G'day dear patrons, welcome to Patreon with Xrissart and welcome to part 7, Portrait with Oil Pastels, our Swan Lady. Okay, I'm hoping that this will be the last session, and as hi Cherry, hello, how you going? Thank you for keeping me company. So this has been hanging, it's been up on my easel, and I pass it just about every day. And I have made notes on things that I see that have to be adjusted and all kinds of little things like this. But just to let you know, the surface that I'm using is Pastelmat. The surface, the color of the sheet is light green, but that doesn't really matter because I've covered everything. But sometimes I do select colors for a certain thing. If you've got, it doesn't matter, any color Pastelmat, whatever you have, if you're using Pastelmat. And the reason why I say Pastelmat is because I have used UArt with oil pastels. I have also used Lux Archival. Just to let you know that when I used the UArt, because I was using my fingers a lot, by the end of the session, I had done something to my fingertips, lost the fingerprints, right? I mean, they're back now, of course, but what I'm saying is that it was hard on my fingers. So I went on the hunt to find an appropriate paper for using oil pastels. I have done a few testing and stuff like that. I would say Paint On is a good one, but the best one is Pastelmat that I found with what we've been doing. So, you know, I've done a few oil pastel projects and have finally settled, because I was trying everything else and trying to avoid using Pastelmat, because I thought, okay, well, let's just see what else we can use other than Pastelmat, which is one that we use all the time. And sometimes it's, you know, to make it affordable, it's, you know, let's face it, it's not a cheap paper, but having said that, it's going to do what you want to do. Yep. Hi Pam, hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Thank you for keeping me company also. So these are the things that, and so I've gone ahead and I made a list of all of the things which I need to adjust. And sometimes it's a good thing when you're walking away and you don't, when you're walking away, and of course I have a day job, and you know, I come back and I go, oh, look, that needs to be done. That needs to be done. So I'm going to adjust the ears. Now, what's happened, what I'll do is I'll put the reference up and you'll see that the reference, okay, you'll see I've done according to the reference, but what's happened is that somehow, you know, just something looks a bit skew-if. So I'm going to bring this lobe a couple of millimeters down and bring everything else down. So that's one thing that I would like to do. Hi Paula, hello, nice to see you here. Thank you also for keeping me company. So that is one thing that has to be adjusted. Another thing that has to be adjusted is the nose area. I know exactly what needs to be done there. And I was also looking at this area here and I'm thinking, what's going on here? So what I have to do is bring down her shoulder and probably about, let me see, about maybe 3/4 of a centimeter. That will make all the difference. And of course detail the swan and maybe do a few clouts. Let me see, what else did I write? Need adjusting. Yes, so, and just making some final little finishing touches and stuff like that. So that's the plan. I'm hoping that I'll finish it. It's the plan. That's it. So I'm actually happy with her eyes, but let's do something with her ear. And of course, I'm actually going to also use coloured pencils for detail. But, you know, there you can't go on and do, you know, colouring masses of bits, but it's mainly just for little details, little strokes and things like that. So that is what is on the cards. So here we go. This is, of course, my once I finish this project, everything all goes back together, and I think that's a really good way to do things, especially when you're when you've got a few projects on the go like myself. And yes. Okay, so this is a really good way to troubleshoot and to show you how we can adjust. Now, because there's pastel down there, I need to pick up a little bit of pastel, so the pastel that goes on top won't influence. So really it's just a little bit. As with every piece, I learn everything all the time, and especially when it's something that I don't use all the time, a medium, which I have used, of course, but it's not something that I use all the time. But it's something which I'm actually quite invested in, and I really, really love it a lot. I love the oil pastels. I love the look. See, on the screen, you probably can't see what it looks like in real life. Her skin in real life is glowing. It's like she's got, you know, it's like she's been made up, where there's moisturizer and then there's a glow, and that's what it looks like in real life. I wish I could show you. It's not coming across quite as it is on the stream, but letting you know that yes. And you know what? The only way to learn a medium is to use it. And of course, if you've got oil pastels and you'd like to do a project, and of course this project, you don't have to do oil pastels. You can do any medium you want. It doesn't matter. This is the medium of choice. So, and of course, yes. And she's just a little bit saturated. I'm going to desaturate a little bit. So I just need to bring up my reference. You can see it on the screen, but I need to see it. Yes, just needs a little bit of adjusting. So my question to you and whoever is doing this tutorial, and it doesn't have to be this tutorial, it could be any tutorial, because that's how that's the question I'm going to ask, is do you how do you it's really a strange way to say it, but not self-assess yourself, but how do you work out when something needs adjusting? Are you able to maybe get a cup of tea, walk away, come back and go, oh yep, that one? Or do you need time to walk away, do and just get it right out of your mind, and then come back with the freshest eyes possible? Because I find with me, I need the freshest eyes possible. Now, this kneaded eraser is perfect for picking up pastel. I can see a little bit of the green paper, the Pastelmat paper, so you know, I'm always looking after the tooth, regardless, knowing that it's, you know, and this bit actually is a little bit lower as well. Actually, the the little. Okay, I sent you a screenshot of the brushes I got. Ooh, both for you, Pam. You'll get a cup of tea, come back, and then the other one is that you can, come back, go away for a very long time. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing those brushes. Okay. You mean, oh, you didn't get this one, but you got something similar. Yes. Well, that's starting to fray, so that means I better be getting something quick, smart. Okay. I like to look again the following day and assess any amendments. Yeah. Because you got to just go away totally, like away sometimes. I mean, I find if I'm stuck, if I'm stuck with something, then I just need to go away for a while. All right, so I've created enough there, and I'm just going to bring it down now. Of course, using these brushes, I've been very successful using these brushes, and it's just another tool. Again, it's using your fingers is probably the major part, but we can use all kinds of tools. Here we go. This is just so you can see, that's all I'm reaching for. I think I might need, let me see. And these are all my palettes. So, and of course you can see that I've kept them because knowing that I will probably need them. Nope, it's this one. And this little brush, this one has become quite useful. And can I also tell you, oh, hang on, it just left my head. Left my head. It's about this low and out here. I can't believe I forgot what I wanted to say. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Don't you hate that? Plus, as well, this side is darker, so yes, so there is that, but it just needed a little bit of adjusting. I hope the fairies come overnight and fix it. That's what happens to you, does it? Oh dear, that's so funny. Oh, I wish I had a few of those fairies, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Ah, yes, those fairies. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Just letting you know, this has not dried or cured the way I would have liked. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's right. I still, I haven't used fixative. I don't have it to use it, but and the reason why I haven't been in a hurry to get it is because I'm going to have to do a test piece, because I still think that it will do something to it's going to do something to the it's going to change the color. I'm just, so before I use it on any piece, something like this where I've spent so much time on, I will do a test piece. The worst thing is when you know something is wrong and you don't know what. Yeah, well, this is, you know, this is what's happened, you see. Like, I know something, yeah, it's just, yeah. And then that's when I go away for a long time and I don't look at it. Yeah. These are all these little adjustments that have to be made. Otherwise, it's... yeah, not good. So it's just these little marks that have to be made. Okay, so that's there. Yes, definitely, I agree too as well, Cherry. You know, when you know it's not looking okay here. Now the nose did give me a bit of trouble. And there is a shadow down here. Very gently. And sometimes, like, we have to wait until things cure. It's like an oil painting sometimes. So I can, you know, put more layers. But I think I'm just not going to play with it too much because I have put a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers here. Yeah. Let's just leave that for the time being. As I say that. Okay. So here is a problem. I'll tell you why that is a problem. Because there it is there. I'm thinking, what is going on with her shoulder? Like, why does she look funny? So I've got to pick up pastel here, just here, and bring it down like that. and just fix my edges. See these edges? These have to be fixed. So, having said that, kneaded eraser is getting a workout. May have got carried away a little bit with her shoulders. Of course, the reference has her all that way with both shoulders, but I went this way. Thank heaven for kneaded erasers, hey? And I will do this until I see a bit of green. And where's the color that I need? It's here. Is that the one? Nope. I'm just looking for my blue. Nope. That's weird. See, probably a bit of white in there as well, I would say, so I will use that. This is a really good, so I really do encourage you to do something like this if you're doing multiple projects at the same time. That way you don't have to, when you're putting things away after, if you can, but even if you've got like a little pencil case or a plastic bag somewhere, something that you can, you know, separate, so when you go back to your project, you don't have to rummage through and go, oh, look, which blue was that? Which, you know, all of that kind of thing. So I encourage you to do that. What else have I been doing this week? Ah, yes. I've been playing with Pastel Grain by Claire Fontaine. Even though it looks very similar, you could mistake it by Pastelmat. Only if you touch it, there is a bit of a textured surface, but only slight. But when you put your pastel on, totally different. Again, it's caught me by surprise. Oh dear. I've been fighting with it. There we go. There it is there. That's it. The normal techniques that I use, say for example on Pastelmat, do not apply on Pastel Grain. I was so surprised. I'm not saying it's a bad paper. No way, no way. It is an absolutely brilliant paper. I just have to figure out how to paint with it, because it is very textured, like very textured, and it's not even abrasive. And I'm thinking, how are they doing this? How could you? They are Clairefontaine are very clever. Very, very clever. I don't know how they think of all of these things, how they think of this paper. And I will show you what I've been working on, but you know, not terribly proud of it because it's driving me nuts, trying to figure it out. But before the stream finishes, I will show you. So I have to try something different. I'm ready to bin it, actually. That's what I'm ready to do. Oh boy. Has anyone here tried it? Something that's slightly darker now. Nope. I'll probably need another bit of paper here now. No, says Pam. Cherry says, I haven't seen it around much yet. I'll show you what I did because, you know, I'm going to try to tackle something. I'm going to try something different with it. Okay. There's my list. Fix the shoulder, the sides of the head. Oh, sorry, I've got that. I'm working down my list. List of things that I've got to adjust. Okay, and always make sure your hands are always clean because, you know, so you don't contaminate. Happens. That's better. Okay. Just is okay. Detail the swan. Detail the swan. Here we go. trying to... Okay. So there's a highlight here. It's almost like a little love heart, a sloped down love heart. There are some very soft yellows, or like a very soft ochre. So so it's very soft. So I will just gentle. This is the and of course clean your pastel as well if you need to. Be wary of that. Okay, so it's very slight here. And this needs to be darker. The Swan. I'm using a grey. Oh, gosh. And just a bit of an ochre. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a Derwent Drawing Ivory Black for the eye. Now the eye is just Mars Orange. see if this works. There we go. Swans are so majestic. Oh yes, yeah. I haven't. Yeah. Oh, I've got it. You know what I've got a thing for at the moment? Dragonflies and swans. I'm going through a phase. I think I'm going through a phase. Oh, and chameleons. And chameleons. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that there for a second. Maybe. Hang on a sec. I just noticed. Sort of comes out like that. Yep. It's really interesting. This Derwent drawing is this ivory. Not only is it black, well, not black, but black enough or dark enough. And it's perfect. It's, yeah, really good. I don't know what it is. It could be the waxiness of the pencil, because these Derwent drawing pencils are very waxy. So I think it's going on really well on here, just to let you know. All right, so now what I'd like to do is just accentuate some feathers, if I may, and something, here we go. Oh, come on, no way. Let me just clean my hands again. Now, can I tell you, there's a lot of layers of this oil pastel. There's a lot of layers. What I'm trying to tell you is that this paper's amazing. It just is amazing. So totally recommend even oil pastels on this. There's a few papers which I'd like to try still yet with oil pastels. I think Sennelier have got a paper for oil pastels, which I really would like to give it a go. Yeah, I'd like that. and there's this okay, let's have a look at the reflection. So it's actually quite defined round here. Then it sort of goes in and out and in again, like that. Then we have something a little bit on the darker value. Which happens to be the grey actually. And there are, if I can, and then there are darker values around here, around here. Darker values here. Okay. Then there's a So what I would like to do is perhaps maybe do some clouds, even though this is very light. I just want to put pastel down, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Make it look like a cloud anyway. maybe. This pastel is still wet from last week. Truly, I have not touched it, which is really interesting. Now I'm just getting some pastel on my finger. And I'd like to use this is the Chinese white. I don't know whether it's the pigment in the, I don't know whether it's the pigment in this ivory black, but it is going on really nicely on here. It's not offering any resistance whatsoever. which is really unusual, whereas the Chinese white did. But yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the core is softer and it's allowing me to do that. So it's good to experiment as well. So just a bit of blue. Let me see. Have I got... Is this darker? No. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is it for her. I think she's going to sit on my easel for a little while. Just making that corner, that side there, just... I think that's it for her. Okay, so I think I can now finally, I think I can do this. Now this tape, I've been testing this tape on Pastelmat, so can you see what I'm doing? Maybe. Yeah, you can. Okay, that works nicely. I think this is it for her. I think we're done with Swan Lady. Oh my gosh. Quite a trip. That's what I wanted to show you. Pastel grain. What I've been doing. Stay there for a sec. Okay. The surface is really, it's, you know what, it's smooth. It is smooth. Well, I mean, you know, it's a smooth grain, okay? But I tell you what, the amount of layers that I have put on this so far, I'll have to show you tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, see how we go. But yeah, this is, I mean, I'm only doing just a little project to see what it's doing before I do anything big on this. But I tell you what, it is, with the pan pastels, it was very hard to do with the brushes. With the soft pastels, different story. Yeah, different story. So thought I'd show you that. I will try a soft pastel stick, and I would say it's very good for expressive stuff, especially when you want texture to come through. I tried to get it smooth, and the only way that it will be smooth is if you put, like, when I say layers, I mean 10, 20 layers. I mean like lots and lots of layers. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I thought I'd show you first before I bin it. Probably I'm ready to bin it, so it's given me a heck of a time. But anyway, look, I think we're going to say goodbye to Lady Swan. There's also a lot of layers on here, but just, yeah, that's it for today, I think. Well, I will be here again tomorrow, so until the next time, thank you so much for keeping me company. Bye for now, everyone.